Hey there, this is Jeremy Gilbert. I've been playing FPV for quite a while, and I'm going to do a quick pop-up test here between the Furious FPV video receiver, the Clearview, and the Rapidfire. I have all three, just got the last two pretty recently, and I have to say, both of the two new modules were amazing out of the box, and then they kind of got sucky. I don't even really know how to explain. Maybe my memory was wrong or whatever it was, but I decided I had to just check to see which was better flying the same route of the same equipment. So everything here you're about to see is on the HDO goggles with fairly recent battery pack on it. My quad is on our Madden Chameleon with Mr. Steel motors, SpeedX GS30 ESCs, a Holy Bro, Kitsune flight controller, and I use the Mach 2 with VTX with the TBS Triumph antennas. So that's my setup. I'm running at 200 milliwatts, and you'll see in the next little bit here what my concern is. Hey there, so here we're starting with the True D, and we're going to go up the hill. You can see I'm getting some video artifacts, maybe a little loss of sync, but this is pretty flyable, for me at least. And I'm staying pretty close to the ground as I will on all three of these tests. And then I'm turning back here really just because I don't want to go towards that busy street. And you can see because the antenna is now pointed away from my position, and I'm getting a little bit more interference. But now watch this. I'm going to go behind the house, and definitely breaks up a little bit. The whole house is between me and the quad because I'm sitting on the other side, but that's all pretty flyable for me. In fact, I've done this at speed quite a bit, so I'm feeling pretty much like this was, a successful test. And pretty good video quality, although it's not as sharp as the Rapidfire or the Clearview, but at least it doesn't break up. So now we're going to start obviously with the Clearview. The same two antennas are being used. In fact, I haven't even changed the battery on the quad. I'm literally just swapped everything out. You're going to see again that it's really not quite as good. As soon as I start coming up this hill, actually, you start seeing this kind of white stuff. I don't know what that is. It's like this random uncorrelated noise. And then as we get up the hill, it's pretty bad. It almost just drops up all that, and you see I'm sort of panicking and trying to quickly fly my way back with what little signal I can get. That was really not a good test. I should have easily been able to be out there. As you can see with the True D. And now later in the same flight, I'm going to go around the house again. You can see that white noise kind of popping up, I basically couldn't make it around the corner. I just, it was too much grain and, just not worth it. I didn't want to break a window or whatever. So Clearview, that was not a good showing, let's say. Now here's the Rapidfire. Kind of a couple wacky things here. You can see with the Rapidfire that it's a little bit more flyable on the edges, but I'm still getting more interference, I would say, than I'm comfortable with, and especially when I turn around, you can see that the picture's breaking up pretty badly. But I would still consider this flyable, actually. But it's surprising how there's really no benefit over the other one. Now, what's interesting is, if you look at the two antennas, you can see that it's almost always the one on the bottom that's getting a better picture on the Rapidfire, which, again, I don't really understand why that would be true. But, there you have it. And then, now I'm going to go and run behind the house, and this is kind of, obviously the really tough drill here. And you can see that the picture basically is unusable. I can't fly the quad. I just kill the power and, end the experiment right there. So I would say the Rapidfire was not as good as the True D, definitely in these conditions. And so here I am back on the True D, and what I'm doing, the reason I'm doing this test is I really just want to verify that that there wasn't anything time dependent or interference dependent about this experiment. So I'm just repeating the TrueD test to make sure that it wasn't just a great run, and this really was kind of like, it really is the top performer out of the three of these. Again, this isn't the conclusion that I want to believe. This is really just what my experience is showing me. I would really like to believe that the Rapidfire and the Clearview are awesome. And when they were out of the box, I have to say, I think that they felt like they were way, way, way better. But this test here just sort of shows that, like, there was a problem. Now, again, it's pretty flyable. That interference is pretty, I can definitely accommodate this type of interference. I'd say it's a little bit easier to fly through than the Rapidfire. And then I'm going to repeat the test again with a TrueD going behind the house. Obviously this isn't a great signal, and I'm putting a ton of interference between me and the quad, but I can fly around that pretty well. In fact, I can even hang out back here. I'm feeling pretty confident about my visuals. So all of this is just to emphasize that the TrueD really does seem to be the better in these in this configuration, and I'm kind of, well, I'm frankly, I'm disappointed. I think maybe there must be something about these units that that doesn't fly so well. I don't really know what to make of all this. These units seem to work really well out of the box. I don't really fly all that unusually, so I'm not sure what I might have done to degrade their performance. I kind of think that maybe the quality control on them just isn't all that great, or just normal operating temperatures, they get too hot, or I'm not sure what. I mean, I fly in New England, it's 89 degrees here. I'm not sure why that should possibly matter. It certainly doesn't matter for the TrueD, because I've done this. And it's not just this neighborhood. I've repeated this kind of test in a few different locations, really just because I get really frustrated, because I'm like, wow, why is this video quality so bad? And I switch to the TrueD, I'm like, oh, it's so much better here. So this is not an isolated thing. I'm really hoping that maybe someone's going to watch this and have some ideas. I put emails out to both support on both of those teams. I'm hoping that they'll get back to me. It's taken them a few days, so I haven't seen anything to come back. But this video hopefully will be something they can look at and see what I'm experiencing. So I should just finally say, I'm not a hater. I really, really believe that these products can do great stuff. I've seen them do great stuff. They're just not doing it for me right now. I'm hoping that this is the kind of thing that people can isolate and figure out and eventually come up with a good fix for. All right, take care. Happy flying.